Community Manager.
Right.
Und den kennen ja auch einige von euch. Und
Okay, there's a
ja,
lot.
ein schönes
There's a lot going on here.
Zusammentreffen von...
Genau. Mit dem Producer, ich lese es mal ab.
Ja, lies es ab.
Mit dem Producer von Monster Hunter, Ryozo Tsujimoto, dem Executive Director Kaname Fujioka und Game Director Yuya Tokuda. Also da dürfen wir uns wirklich auf ganz
Like, is we gonna get English?
Leute, freuen, die das wirklich komplett kennen.
Is we gonna get English, or we gotta speak of the Deutsch?
Und das ist was ich liebe auf der Gamescom, dass man mit den Machern in Kontakt kommt.
Ja.
Nah.
Dass man
I need to
die
figure
Macher
out.
sieht, die Entwickler sieht, die Leute, die wirklich
So I don't understand anything y'all saying right now
die
anyway.
Sachen entwickeln und programmieren.
Elian, herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Herzlichen
Das
Glückwunsch.
ist ein schöner Tag. Und damit tatsächlich, schön, dass wir das jetzt noch gemacht haben, weil ich verabschiede mich jetzt.
Wie, du
von
gehst
dir.
jetzt?
Ja.
Das war der Countdown für Sophia verlässt die Bühne.
Geil. Genau.
Ja.
Und du holst ja gleich richtig coole Leute hier ran.
Lass mir die
Ich übergebe
Karten.
dir das mal,
Übergib
genau.
mir die Karten. Schön, dass du das gemacht hast. Dir jetzt erstmal eine schöne Mittagspause.
Surprise announcement at the end will be the game that's coming out next week. Boy, stop.
Und
Boy,
ich darf
stop.
jetzt Jono
That thing coming out
vom
probably
Community
February.
Management von Capcom auf die Bühne bitten. Ist er schon da? Von wo kommt er denn? Ich weiß es nicht. Da ist er.
Hey!
Hey.
How's it going?
Ah, thank you.
Hi.
English.
How's it going? How's
How
it
is
going?
it?
It's wonderful. It's been.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. The
How you gonna-
first
how you gonna
playable
code
hands-on
switch
of
like that,
Monster Hunter
bruh?
Wilds anywhere in the world.
What's
oh
up,
my
fuck, fuck,
goodness.
40?
And
It's time.
Here in
You locked
Cologne,
in.
Germany.
I ain't
So
got
good
no
morning
breakfast
and, guten Abend.
in my gut. Like, I
Ja,
got water.
ich wollte sagen, ja, you can say that.
I almost came on with a bounty
Moin
on.
Moin, we say in the north.
Ah.
Was sagt man hier in Kölsch? Weiß ich gar nicht. I don't know what they say in Cologne.
In Cologne?
So you have the pleasure to interview now the producers of the game.
Yes, they're just getting
Wow.
mic'd up. So basically, in the meantime, we can have a little bit of chit chat, and then we'll bring them out on the stage because we've got some very familiar faces to those in the Monster Hunter community, and those that are new
You're
to
running a
Monster
water and
Hunter.
Snickers? That's more than me
you're in
right
for
now.
a treat because we have some very experienced hunters that will be joining us.
Awesome.
Okay.
So what are you? Can you tell us a little bit what we're about to see now?
Yeah, no. So here at Gamescom, we have two different quests from Monster Hunter Wilds. We have a single-player quest and a multiplayer quest. Now we'll be going out into the Windward Plains, which is the first locale in the game.
Okay,
And
Windward
we'll be
Plains is first
going and
locale.
hunting Doshiguma, which is one of the first monsters we revealed for Wilds, and maybe some
Almost
others.
also middle-sized.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they'll definitely leave a mark if they catch you.
Yes.
But you'll see that they actually roam in a pack as well. So you can get outnumbered if you're not careful.
Awesome.
There's pack
So
tactics?
You will be joined
Actual
by,
pack tactics?
the
Because
producers
the-
of the game.
Yeah,
It only
so
had,
we
like-
have, we'll have Monster Hunter Wilds
What
producer
game?
Ryozo Tsujimoto. We'll have Monster
There wasn't
Hunter
really a
Wilds
good
director
pack
Yuya
tactic
Tokuda
mechanic,
and
in my
Monster
opinion,
Hunter
in
Wilds
Worlds.
executive director and art director Kaname Fujioka. So we've got quite the team to say they'll be ready.
I
in
actually
just a
enjoy the
moment.
pack
So-
And
mechanic.
do you have
'Cause it's
like
funny.
a list of questions?
We do. So the German community have very kindly submitted some questions in advance. So
Yeah.
after we've done the hunt,
I
we'll
thought-
be asking your questions live to the team.
I think that's. I just said it.
Yeah. We saw it
before,
early with
that's
the
best
climate change. I mean,
that
the
ever
environment.
happens
Well,
on-
climate change. The
on
environment
on a
change
Gamescom that you can ask the developers.
with the dust storm.
Those are the guys who put all their minds
I just want them
and
to
all their time
improve
into
the
the
pack
game, and we
mechanics
have
because I think that'd be
the
fun.
possibility to ask them questions that we really want to know.
So I got until
Absolutely.
February
I
to
mean,
finally finish
the
one of the
Monster Hunter
games.
team love the community. We're so
It's
lucky
doable.
to have such a passionate community that want to see more Monster Hunter, that really get behind us and ask us these questions. So honestly, I'm really excited to
Yeah,
see
it
what the
did.
team have to say when I reveal
It
the
did.
mystery community
There was
questions,
the
which are locked away securely.
Great Jackers
in my
that had a
folder.
pack.
All right, then should we
The
start?
Snake
Are we
Viper
ready?
Weasel
Oh,
had a
let's,
pack.
I'm
I'll
going
get
to
in
the booth.
position.
Oh, not with
You get
large
comfortable. Thank you
monsters.
so much for the wonderful introduction.
Thank
True,
you.
those are like
Give them
medium size
a-
at best.
Applause for Jono and have fun with the gameplay.
Thank you very much. So yeah, once again, thank you for the wonderful introduction. My name's Jono. I'm the EMEA Community Manager for Monster Hunter. And as I mentioned, today we're going to have a very special hunting party. So if you'd please allow me to introduce Monster Hunter Wilds producer Ryozo Tsujimoto.
You think Dogo is a large monster? He looks pretty medium.
And we also have with us today Monster Hunter Wilds Executive Director and Art Director Kaname Fujioka. And also Monster Hunter Wilds director.
They got Dr.
Yuya
Eggman?
Tokuda. Please make yourselves comfortable, gentlemen.
Shuyama's a large? Okay.
And with me today, who will be translating, we have Patrick from Capcom Europe.
Hey, Pat.
Now, once everyone gets comfy, we'll just ask Ryozo-san. Obviously, yesterday was a very exciting day at Opening Night Live. How are you feeling today?
はい、昨日オープニングナイトライブに登壇していただきましたが、どういうお気持ちですか？
すごくステージ上でもすごく反響をいただきまして、でPV 映像を流させていただいた後も
Considering cool that cool? Oh, it is. Okay. Stupid ass, bald head ass, turkey raptor.
And I'm so happy to see not only the reaction from the crowd on site, but the reaction of millions of players around the world on the live stream.
That's fantastic. Seeing the community reception live just blew us away. It was fantastic. And for those of you watching that aren't familiar with Monster Hunter or are new to Monster Hunter
Get off my
Wilds,
forehead.
Monster Hunter Wilds is the next mainline title in the Monster Hunter series, releasing in 2025, bringing in a whole new generation for the series, which will be is now celebrating 20 years. So thank you so much for all your support, community. And for those of you as well that aren't too familiar with Monster Hunter Wilds has something for single-player gamers, co-op gamers, and everything in between. We're going to be bringing you a deep, engaging story with a fantastic narrative, with really exciting hunting action gameplay in a living, breathing environment. And you'll hopefully see that today as well. And yes, I'm incredibly excited to say, you've probably heard it already, but crossplay is confirmed for Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, you've heard me talking enough. You're here to see these fine gentlemen in front of me get into the hunt.
Yes,
so
blue hair
join
swoop.
me
Go
as
away.
we enter
Not really,
the
though.
Windward Plains and go hunting. Thank you.
これあれかな。皆さんにこうやってプレイを見せるのは初めてですかね。
初めてですね。しかもマルチプレ
マルチプレイ。
イ。だいぶドキドキしてます。
This is their first time playing multiplayer live on stage for the game, so they're excited and nervous.
What a cool experience.
いやー、言いましょう。
Well, I think we're in very safe hands. So during the gameplay, Tokuda-san will be the player we're focusing on, but you will also see some more gameplay from the rest of the hunting party.
Wait.
Shall we?
いい？
やりましょうか。
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
これはでもなかなか。
I'm about to say, why they all got controllers?
I feel pretty nervous.
Yeah.
つかない。
His controller is.
PS
But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, when we get into the build, we'll be playing through one of the two quests that are available here, and this is the multiplayer segment where we head out into the seamless environment that is the Windward Plains.
これまだ映ってないかな。
聞かないね。
聞かない。
聞かない。
ちょっとコントローラーが効かないみたいなんで、ちょっと待って。
Just having a controller issue here, so we'll see if we can get someone to help with tech support.
It's all part of the fun of doing it live. We say we will be getting into the hunt soon enough once we've just got everything lined up. But yeah, once again, thank you all so much for your incredible support with yesterday's trailer. Obviously, it's always exciting to reveal a brand new monster. So we had Lalabarina and also a new locale, your very first look.
I don't want to miss anything, but
So we hope you're looking
but
forward to
I just
seeing
want to see
even
gameplay.
more. And obviously, we saw Ray Dow, this mysterious thunder-based monster, now has a name and is the apex of the Windward
ちょ
Plains.
っと待ってくださいね。
ちょっとコントローラーがね、効かないですね。
So once we've got the controllers rolling, we will dive straight
まあこん
into
な
the
ことがあ
hunt.
りますよ。
So thank you for your patience, everyone watching live, and our awesome live audience here in Germany.
ああこんなこ
I'm
と
really
があり
looking
ます。
forward to getting into the hunt as well.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're playing live.
Oh yeah, you know, this is all part of the fun of live. And you know, for me, I'm a big sword and shield main. I cannot wait to play my favorite weapon in the next
Okay, he
Monster
passes.
Hunter game
He
live
passes.
for you. And I'm sure we'll talk to the team in a bit about what weapons they'll be using as well. And of course, I'm in safe hands with Patrick, who'll be translating everything for us as well. And then once we've done the gameplay, if you're just tuning in, we'll be having a live question and answer session with some pre-approved questions from the community that we selected before Gamescom started.
Well,
So
since
if
this
you're
is not
looking to
really
get
anything going on. I was talking to my friend's BF, right? And I was like, oh, he plays Monster Hunter? Okay, so what weapons does he use? There's only 3 acceptable answers, you know, starting shit. He's like, oh, well, I used Gun Lance and I solo Black Vitalist. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool hiding behind the shield and all.
Actually, this might be the first time as well.
But a real man uses hammer, because I beat Black Vitalis.
And all the cool things you can do with
The fuck you mean, cuz?
buddy. So very, very exciting. What's quite interesting
Did
as
you
well,
say a
we saw
whore?
some
Hawkerus.
community members
How
actually
dare.
spotted a baby secret in last night's trailer.
How
so
dare.
all the hunters, we've been seeing you on Reddit and on social media talking about all these little things from the trailer.
That's my
So we
second
think that's
go-to.
Really, really cool.
I think Ryozo-san is going to mention which weapon he's going to use.
Oh yeah, please do.
そうですね。
Ryozo-san が使う武器は今日は何を選び
まあ
ますか？
ハンマーです。もちろんハンマーです。
Of
Hammer.
course, it's the hammer. Whenever it's Ryozo, it's always the hammer.
Ryozo got
I've got a question
tased.
for Ryozo-san, because we know he loves the hammer.
Ah,
but we know in
so that's how you
Wilds,
look at
can
me if I
actually
bring the
bring two
cannon? Not
weapons at
really.
once into a hunt with
Because that
you.
person's
So
a stranger, Brick.
everyone
You?
wants to know,
You can
what
use whatever
is
you
your
want.
second weapon for Monster
I'm
Hunter
being
Wilds?
behind the
Why
wall.
ですわ武器2種持ってくるんですけど
セカンドウェポンはハンマー。
The hammer, of course.
More bonk is never a bad thing, right?
So he's using 2 hammers, so Shannon confirmed wherever you are out there in
So
the
we know
world.
what Ryozo-san is going to be using.
2
What about
hammers.
Sakuda-san,
This-
what 2 weapons are you bringing into today's hunt?
徳田さんが選ぶ武器の2種は何でしょうか？
僕は結構何でも使うんですけど、わりかし今回メカニクス的に変化を加えた狩猟笛と、ライトボウガンの組み合わせが
Oh,
結
you
構お気
like
に入りです。
狩猟部へ行く。
狩猟笛も結構使いますね。
I've of course practiced with all the new weapons, abilities and things like that, but today I'm going to go for a combination of hunting horn
Okay.
and the light bowgun. I think it makes
Interesting
a really good combination of
combination.
skills that you can use together.
なんかその2つの武器ともサポートに特化した武器みたいなイメージがあると思うんですけど、
Interesting combo.
今回はまあサポートもできますし、
I
ダメ
feel
ージ
kind of
もうまくプレイすれば取れるようになってる
that you
の
would
で、
dare combine the hunting horn with
変化が大きい
anything
武器か
else.
なと思います。
I think some
But the
people
light
think
bowgun,
hunting horn
nonetheless.
and the bowguns are more support style weapons, but we've actually adjusted them this time around to make sure that you can be giving a high damage output
But I also
as
know
well.
Gun Lance is too
You won't
slow
be
for
just on the
me in
sidelines
solo play
supporting the
already.
party, you'll be in there doing damage to the
I
monster
would
with
say
everyone else.
Yeah, it's great because I remember when we were doing the weapon
The
showcases
Gun
of the
Lance
community
in
vibes
Wilds
recently,
looks
and the team
faster
mentioned
than the
that
Gun Lance
especially the
in
hunting horn,
Iceborne
the light bowgun
/
and heavy
World.
bowgun have received a lot of
I
attention
didn't
to
really fuck
carve
around
out
too
an
much
even
with
stronger identity
Rise's
for those
gunblade,
weapons. So I'm
gunbow.
really excited
Gun
for
Lance,
the
there
team
we go,
to showcase
gunblade,
that for
gunbow.
everyone.
Wow.
And obviously,
Gun Lance,
you know what
but
Ryozo-san's using? You know what
it-
Fukuda-san's using? What about
This one looks
Fujioka-san?
faster.
What weapon are we going to see in his hunter's hands?
藤岡さんは今日はどの武器種を選びますか？
ランスです。
The lance.
Oh!
The Lance.
Oh, looking forward to that. Getting
僕は
straight
ラン
to
ス
the
しか
point.
使わないんで。
I only ever use the lance.
Oh, wow. So is it the same as Ryozo-san? Are we going to see double lance?
塩蔵さんと同じくダブルランスで行くんですか？
ダブルランスですね。
Double
Dual
Lance.
wielding those lances.
開発3人来て、3人中2人が1種類しか武器使ってくれないと本当に寂しい限りだったん
The
ですね
electric spike to
Personally
tag monster
speaking, he
seems fun
wishes that they would
anyways.
show a bit more variety of weapons to everyone, but they have their choices.
それでもちゃんと使いこなすから。
Of course, Ryozo is going to use it really skillfully, and you're not going to miss out on
今
any
回
action.
属性の違う同じ武器種でも持っていったりはできますんで、ちょっとシナジーはあるんですけど、せっかく重要な
So
武器種もあ
it's
るん
either
ですね。
damn the guy who's tainting his food by mixing his peas with his potatoes
A hammer with certain
is the only one with a
abilities,
backup
a hammer
weapon.
with certain
Because I don't know if the dude with the
elementals
sword
on
and
it,
shield
and
has a
second
backup
of
weapon.
the same weapon with different things. So, to be fair, they're making a good strategic choice.
Absolutely. I mean, for example, I love Sword and Shield, and Sword and Shield is known for elemental damage and status effects. So I could bring, say, like a fire weapon and a status weapon and mix and match in the hunt. Because as part of the seamless gameplay in Monster Hunter Wilds, we've shown that when a hunt ends, you don't necessarily have to return back to camp. You can just go and hunt the next monster.
When the
So
hunter
having these
hunts, when
different
the
weapons on you
hunter
means
hunts.
if you want to, you can just go straight in after the next one,
何しても聞き直した方がいい。
which is rather exciting. I'm also looking forward, obviously, we'll all be wearing some different armor sets as well. So you're going to get to see some rather cool sets in action. And obviously, as we know, any Monster Hunter player that's played a few titles will know that Fashion Game is for many the true end game.
Yes.
And I think we're a little bit spoiled in Wilds. There's some great stuff already.
Yeah.
Good, spoil me, please.
この台がホストだから
We're still just working on some technical issues with the
Exactly,
console, so-
exactly. Don't worry. We appreciate everyone's patience who's watching. We'll have some gameplay for you as soon as everything is ready. But in the meantime, a little shameless plug.
いいよ
Monster Hunter World and Iceborne is currently on sale on Steam, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and all in between. As well as Monster
Spoil
Hunter
me,
Rise in Sunbreak,
please,
which is
Brad
on
Fox
sale on
Sage.
all
Damn
those
right,
platforms,
bro. Talk to me
as well
nice.
as
Technically,
Nintendo
it's
Switch.
Himbo
So,
Fox
if
Sage
you're
because
excited about
I
Monster
feel
Hunter
like
Wilds, but you've not
looking this
played
good,
yet,
I should be
you can get
no, wait, that
any
might be
Start
Brat
Play
Life.
Monster
That's
Hunter
definitely Brat
for
Life.
a
You're right,
really,
you're right,
really
you're right,
good
you're right,
price.
you're
So
right, you're right, you're right,
that's
you're right.
this shameless promo out of the way, but do check it out if you're new to Monster Hunter.
It's 11 in the
We'll have
morning, bro.
this
Cut me
up
some
and
slack.
running soon.
Ooh,
Very,
who are
very
you,
excited
cutie?
To show you Monster Hunter Wilds.
You're not tormented.
Also, I really hope I don't cut. You know, I've done a bit of practice, I won't lie.
God,
But,
my joints are
if
stiff.
you bite off more than we can chew, I'll do my best to not end up back at camp. But if I do, there's a pretty cool little animation you get now. So that'll be a nice thing for people to see.
I think it does always show as well that nobody's perfect.
Exactly. Nobody's
Even,
perfect.
even Capcom employees cart sometimes.
Even
Even the director or the producer cart sometimes.
Yes. But if they do it, I can do it. Lead by example. So it's fine then. I'll feel guilty free if I can't.
I was supposed to put up the Wukong video before I put this up. Now I have a shit ton of things to upload
Hopefully not too
before I
long now.
leave.
So
時間もちょっと今セッティングし直し中なので今徳田が飼ってるトカゲ何匹飼ってるかを見てみましょう
While we're waiting for the consoles to be set up here, Ryozo would like to ask Tokura-san how many pet lizards he has. But I'm not sure if the question is ready for you. Tokage nanbiki desu ka?
10匹以上で新しくこの前赤ちゃんが生まれました
He has more than 10 pet lizards, and one of them just had a baby actually.
wow. Oh, congratulations.
He did
Did I enjoy
mention
Wukong?
earlier
Fuck
that
yeah.
Having pet lizards means he has
Fuck
great
yeah.
realistic texture.
I did a
reference when he
boss
wants
fight
to
out
make
of order
monster scales
because
in
I'm
the game,
stubborn.
so very useful.
I have a question. Are any of the lizards named after monsters?
We asked him that earlier. Unfortunately, not. He separates his private from his work
Very
lizards.
understand. Very healthy
Ew.
work-life balance.
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
But yeah,
Work-life lizard
Wukong's
balance.
combat is
Exactly.
more akin to
Are any of
like
them named after weapons?
I don't think it goes.
he was
that-
talking about being more akin to Neo. And it's not that punishing
Really excited
when
as
you
well to
die,
see
which is
the-
good.
see the Hunt
It's
and
more
Run
action
played
RPG.
live.
It's definitely
I know
not a
that's one
Souls-like.
The community are really excited about. So all of our dudes out there.
I
Are
feel like
in
it's
for a
more akin
treat.
to Neo in
Because, hey,
combat,
this is the
but in
Hunt and Run, but, like,
gameplay,
you've never seen it before in a
it's
Monster Hunter
even in the
game.
early games, it
So,
feels
yeah,
like it's
and
more.
also, that means we get more buffs in the hunt. So everyone likes a bit of
It's
a
not
tack up,
Devil May
defense
Cry
up, bit of
level,
evasion,
but more
anything in
maybe
between.
modern,
so whenever a Hunt and
God
Run
of
player
War.
joins any hunt, Simon, because I like to jump into random hunts.
In, like, combat so
you know,
far.
It always brings a smile to my face.
Yeah, as Tokura-san mentioned, they've made it sure that the damage output is not balanced with the buffs, so you don't need to be on
Souls
the
elements,
sidelines
but you don't feel like a
swinging away your
BDSM
shield.
freak when you die.
Get involved and pull
Wow.
off some great meaty combos and damage.
Yeah, because I know some people in the community sometimes refer to them as support weapons, but in Monster Hunter Wilds, you know, there's no such thing. All the weapons are pound for pound, bring the hurt to the monsters, but they all have such unique ways of playing and unique benefits they bring.
it does
to
have an
either
interesting
solo
way of
hunting
playing.
Or hunting with your friends or random hunters.
Which weapon will you be using today?
Me, well, Sword and Shield has my heart. It has
Kill me
since
more,
3U
thanks, ass.
back in the day, and every generation, the first weapon I pick up is my Sword and Shield. And my second one, actually, I've been really enjoying the light bowgun and heavy bowgun changes.
You
So
disgusting.
I would probably bring the heavy bowgun with me, for some explosions and some range support if it gets a bit too hot.
So you
up
don't
and
get
close to
killed
Toshiguma.
thinking that you're
Yeah,
a
'cause
bottom
you can
bitch?
use it
Nah.
while mounted on the Sacred as well, right?
Exactly. That's
Nor is
what
it like
circle
mad
the play a little bit
masochism
and
when you
fire
just
off
trying to
some
like,
shots
oh my
before
god,
you
hurt
jump
me
off the
more.
side.
It's
Yeah.
like
I
you
can read
actually
the
learn what
situation. I don't wanna get in the way
the
of
bots
hammer,
do.
I imagine Ryozo-san will be at the head. So, that's the hammer's territory.
You can get out there
So I'll
safely,
find a nice
'cause you don't
place
really
where I can
lose anything
jump
when you
in,
die. You just get
compensate
put
for it
back.
With a dismount attack, and then, get in
No
from
matter
range
what you do,
into
I'm still
melee,
gonna kill
because
you, is
changing
more of the
weapons
vibe,
on
that
Sacred
part.
is like near instantaneous. So, you're really rewarded if you
You may
want
win the
to mix
motherfucking
things up
battle,
on the fly.
but I'm gonna win the war, head ass.
Yeah, and they mentioned previously, but it's not like you have to stay on the Sacred and keep attacking from it. You can jump right off and get involved. It's more that if you have a chance to take a pot shot from a distance on it, then
right,
you
I'm
have that
gonna see
option.
something.
So.
Exactly, when you're closing the gap, so if the monster is like moving around, the locale and you're given chase.
All right, cool.
And we're going to have, this is the Tokuda-san's gameplay screen that you can see right now.
まずこれ今回の出展のバージョンになるんで
Character creation.
本来は
Nigga, was that a black man with locks? Was that a black girl with braids?
キャラの設定ができるんですけど、今回はショールームなのでこうやってタイプから選んでもらえるようにしてます。
For anyone
What
who
is
sees
braids?
the screen is concerned that there's simplified character creation, don't worry. This is just for the show floor demo version to make things go quickly. We've made some preset characters for you to choose, but the full game has the detailed character creator that you've come to know and love.
ボイスも選べるんですけれども、キャラメイクでは今回はキャラクターに合った声をこちらの方で
Not saying the same
当てはめ
thing.
た形のものを選んでいた形になってます。
We've also included voices by default on each character today, but in the full game you will be able to choose the voice you want to have on your hunter.
Oh, you can have a
That's
fluffy
fantastic. I know our
cat.
community love to express themselves via their hunters, and not just their hunters, but their palicos.
はい、パリコも同じですね。アイルですね。もう細かくキャラの設定できるんですけど、今回はタイプからこちらに用意したものから選んでもらうようにしてます。
Exactly, and similarly, you know, we want to keep things simple for the show floor demo. People who are coming to queue to play the game
Ooh,
don't have to
Alma.
waste too much time on that part of
Girl.
it. We've had some characters created here, but
Hey,
you'll be able
yo.
to do some detailed settings in the full
There
game.
are some baddies
Yeah,
in this
lots of
game.
different
About
color
to.
options as well. Spotted that in there.
今回のデモ版は、シングルでストーリーを楽しんでいただくモードとやや経験者向けの方に、遊んでいただけるモードがあるんですけど、今回は経験者向けの方をプレゼンさせてもらいます。
Firing
So we've got
large
two
dung
different,
pods.
quests that you can take on here at
So they're
Gamescom.
different
One
sides
them
of
is
shit
for
now.
perhaps the more beginner hunters who want to have a bit of an introduction to the story and the setting. And we have another one for those more veteran hunters who are able to jump right into the action. Needless to say, that's the one I'll be doing today.
And here we are in the camp as well, obviously. We see the hunter here with the great sword on her back, but we know that Tokuda-san will be rocking the hunting horn. So we're going to take a look at the camp section now.
今日は狩猟銃を選ぶということですね。
テントの中でいろんな武器に、を選んでいただくことができるんですけれども、まあ今回は一番最初のプレゼンテーションなので、
Hope blade,
一番基本的な、
Hope chainmail.
グレートソードとライトボウガンでいこうと思います。
So, as you can see, you can choose from any of the 14 weapon types here in the camp. Although we were discussing our weapon choices as a multiplayer party earlier, now that I'm going solo, I'm going to keep it simple and go with my usual choice of great swords.
A fine choice, a classic.
今回は男性
mask.
昔男性のデザインと女性の装備のデザインっていうのがあったと思うんですけども、今回はそれこの区切りをなくしてどちらのタイプの装備も選べるようになってます。
You can see I'm choosing my armor here. In previous Monster Hunter games, you had male and female armor was separate. I'm happy to confirm that in Monster Hunter Wilds, there's no more male and female armor. All characters can wear any gear.
I'm about to.
That's awesome. Fashion game is
I'm
officially the
about
end
to.
game.
I'm
コ
about
ントローラーが
to. Oh.
ご機嫌が非常に悪いです。
That-
とこが一番マシかもね。
So the lady armor we saw with the Chamba, what's that Morocco? Not the Morocco. The ooh. So I can have locks on my armor set from the chick with the dual blades trailer. Oh, I'm about to.
Now, in Monster Hunter Wilds, no matter how you choose to build your hunter, what they look like, any of the armor sets in the game, they can use as long as you have the monster parts. So that's incredible. We know the community have been wondering if this would be the case. So I cannot wait
I'm
to
about
see
to
what the community cook
skirt
up when they
Fox
get their
Age.
hands on it in
Shut up.
2025.
Maybe
But yeah,
depends.
oh, so excited to hear about that.
Yeah, the developers also love seeing everyone posting their
I'm gonna make a
characters,
female
Yes.
character.
especially their palicos, of course.
Oh,
We'll see in
absolutely,
past.
absolutely.
Most of the
I
fire
actually have a
fire
Palico,
armor
and I
was
always
for the
base my
ladies.
Palico off of
Now
that.
that's gonna get rid of all that bullshit. I'm happy.
So actually one of the
Mommy
presets
wearing
is
thick
a
plate
tortoise
this
shell as
time?
well here, so
Oh, no.
yeah, you love to see it.
I'm sure we have a lot of cat lovers in the community who
Yeah.
love recreating their little huggies.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
OK。
I think
別のに変えました。
the controllers should be working now, so let's see if we can get back into the action.
I just look at whoever the blonde lady is and be okay.
はい、すみません。じゃあ選んだので、
Okay, I've chosen my gear, so let's go on.
まあ、ここが今回のハンターたちの拠点になるベースキャンプになります。
So
Oh,
this
do you
is
see the
base
3D
camp,
map?
this is the camp of operations for the hunters.
で、セクレトに乗ると、オートで
Oh, that's so gas.
You can see that I'm here on my sacred point. It's actually automatically leading me towards my target. I'm not steering it at the
連
moment.
れてってくれますし、
So you can do auto drive.
人のいる拠点と、フィールドに今までロードが挟まってましたけども、今回はシームレスに行き来できるようになって
Of
ます。
course, you might have noticed zero loading screens, zero buffer, just ride straight out from camp into the field.
Absolutely. So when we say seamless, this is it in the flesh.
You don't need seamless in that.
There's a quest available. Bitch, there's on the fly. On the fly quest. Oh my god.
来ましたね。
That's
We can see
that's
that the
some real
monsters
realistic
are forming
shit.
A bit of a pack here.
I think Takuda sounds a bit outnumbered at the minute. I wonder how he'll do. Where could they be leading him? And what we saw there is how quickly you can mount Sacred as well. So using a button prompt, you can get straight back onto your mount and into the
Oh, you can do a quick swipe on. Okay, so you can attack.
出しましたね。これなかなか珍しい。
It's not a lot of damage, but you can.
Tokuda-san is sometimes surprised by the monster behavior because it's so realistic and unpredictable. He's never seen them run away this quickly, so he's having to change his strategy to figure out what to do.
They've clearly heard of his hunting prowess. And we've got mounted combat there as well.
This is so fucking fire. I'm pulling out the blick.
There we go, taking advantage of the light bowgun's range there. So yeah, as we mentioned earlier,
Wait.
mounted combat is an option when
Oh,
you're
I see.
engaging a
Switch
monster.
weapons. Okay, like what button was that?
Just to
There's
keep
so much
them
on the
their
screen.
toes.
Gilly Mansell has a new timer right here.
Oh my goodness. So obviously, like having a pack of monsters like this is a first for the Monster Hunter series.
Rising Clash.
Yeah, oh wow.
Cross slash. It's highlighted. What you're doing is being highlighted. Hold on, wait.
こういうふうに装飾モンスターを掴んで投げてきたり。
You're getting your ass ate here, brother.
See that the carnivores actually grabbed and threw one of the herbivores at them.
Those small monsters can be dangerous in many ways.
I'm not gonna hold you, Horty. The fucking
まあ今
bear
太
dog,
鼓や下間を使えてすごい出てます
like
ね。
pack members,
Yeah, so
being
you can see that there's a
almost as
recommendation here
large
to
as the
use,
fucking
some
main
code
monster
that'll
is
help you get
crazy.
rid of the other guys in the pack.
It's like you're fighting 3 of them at once.
アイテムセレクト普通にできるんですけど、こういう拡張版
Ooh.
So we actually have an extended version of the classic item selection bar, which you might have seen come up on the screen here. It's a new option for how to choose your items.
That's for the sort of more flexibility, allowing you to access the item you want even quicker. And then we see the large dunk pod being deployed, which hopefully should split the pack up because
まあ群れを、あえて一網打尽にするようなやり方もあるんですけど、一番簡単なのは新しいアイテムである大根やし玉というのを使って、群れを散らすのが、簡単なやり方になりますね。
You can, of course, throw the dunk pod at each individual member of the herd who you want to get rid of, but we have this new large
Oh,
dunk
that
pod I've
that
chosen
was
here.
gangster.
That lets me
Okay,
throw
so
it
weapon
into a
attack.
area and it'll get rid of all of those pesky monsters we don't want to hunt.
Mounting is back.
Okay, so we're seeing obviously mountain in Monster Hunter Wilds, and the new way it has been added to the game.
Oh, that's so high. Oh, he made a weak point. And he drugged the blade
And
up.
then we see the small monsters getting involved as well. So it's as we mentioned, a living, breathing world, and we see this pack of small monsters taking advantage of Doshiguma being in a bit of a tough spot.
そうですね。こういう小さいモンスターが
I do like the new visual for the health bar and stamina bar. I think that's pretty nice.
加わった要素になります。
Yeah, this is a brand new feature where we have this kind of interaction at different levels of the ecosystem. It brings an extra level of realism.
And talking of, there's a certain monster in the background there as well. Hopefully they don't come and visit because that would be scary. But we are in the inclemency period right now. A storm has rolled in mid-hunt, dramatically changing the whole locale.
Oh, that's so cool. Monsters are fighting.
Another of our monsters that we've revealed here, Balahara. And,
The railgun
Balahara,
dragons in the background, 40.
Seem to be getting on too well. We're seeing. Oh my goodness.
This is so raw.
Takuri-san, what are we seeing here exactly?
これはどういう状況でしょうか？
やばいやばいやばい。こっちにも別のバーラハーラがいました。
Yeah.
ほらほら。
It seems that he's engaged the Balahara, hoping it would start a turf war and
looks like
damage
that's
the main monster,
successful.
which worked.
Now we have a certain monster here that was officially revealed in yesterday's trailer open in Night Live. Behold, the apex monster of the Windward Plains, Ray Dao. And we have seen the community calling it Thor Magala when it was first teased, which did make us chuckle. But yeah, Ray Dao is the name.
Oh, so that's why they call it Thor Magala.
Monster. So if you do come across this, if you're at Gamescom and you meet this in your quest, good luck. You'll need it.
Now let me solo him.
出展してるやつでも結構みんなレダウレダウに向かっていく人多いですよ。
This?
We've seen a lot of people coming to the booth actually.
Wait, what is that red line?
Seeking out Ray Dog for a challenge, but as you said, it's a really fearsome monster to take on. So you need to be pretty confident.
That's why I love the Monster Hunter community. They're like, this is the scariest monster. I'm going straight for that one. And look at the power of that.
Jeez.
You know, I don't think Doshiguma's going to win this one against Ray Dao.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Yeah, this is our first
right?
opportunity, Rozo-san says, to have a chance to
With
really
Railgun Dragon, aka Thor Magala, aka Ray Dao, you can probably get the perfect guard point and tank that and feel like a badass. Oh, I'm about to die. Oh. And I can do it with the baby shield. Oh, I can be him. I can be him. Yoshigama's getting fucked up, bro. I feel sorry for this bear adjacent dog monster.
Yeah, so
Focus straight.
Rizzo-san was asking what was the design intention behind Ray Dao, and Fujioka-san explained that, you know, the first
just took out his back
kind of
leg.
like the Shagama style, beastly, furry
Side blow.
kind of
Okay,
creatures.
so I
we
see what's
wanted
going
to have
on.
something
The
that's sort of
input
apart
in the
from those,
top right,
but that also represented the new
once
feature
you-
of the kind of
once
the
you
stormy,
click it, it becomes the green
conditions
thing,
that
so it
can
lets you know
change
what your
anytime.
next
So
move was. I
having
like that
this
quality
kind
of life change,
lightning
honestly.
creature really represents the elemental.
Because you can see what
nature of the
really
new
people
Monster
do for
Hunter
big
Wilds,
damage.
Environmental design.
Yeah, it's encapsulated wonderfully. Like the community reaction when we just teased the monster was fantastic.
It's the Republican
Very
border.
crafted,
Hackers, go in the
making
corner,
fan
bro.
art, trying to make out what the monster looks like. Yeah, I can definitely see
Great
that. coming through.
thunderbugs.
異常気象、砂嵐の異常気象の特徴の一つとして、先ほどのようなレダウのようなモンスターが出るというのも一つあるんですけど、この大来光虫という環境生物がいろんなところに現れます。
Oh, that's
それを
so
アクティブにするこ
cool.
とで今のようなしびれ花のような効果を得ることができたりします。
Yeah, you just saw me using the great thunderbug here. It's one of the environmental creatures, the endemic life.
Wait, what the
that's on
fuck is that?
Windward Plains.
No,
So
wait, what is
I was
that?
able to activate them, and that
No,
creates a huge
no,
shock
wait, go back
effect
to that
for
little
the
endemic
monster.
life ass roach
The
monster.
resourceful hunters that keep a lookout for these little things in the environment can really capitalize on them during a hunt.
Is there a bigger version of that?
Oh, hey, nice shot.
今みたいに、ただの落石だけじゃなくて、巨大な落石、より効果の高い巨大な落石だったり、さまざまな
Oh,
環境
someone's
要素の
getting,
ものが
I think I got, since he got wounded, he
Yeah, that was just
attacked
one
it. I
example.
got
It's
some,
many
well,
different
he got some type
environmental
of,
traps that you can use to cause damage.
fur.
There's even bigger rock falls on that and other things to discover.
Absolutely. I remember actually using rock falls in Monster Hunter World, and I'd miss most of the time. So it's good that there's lots of opportunities to use more traps. So, you know, if you miss the first time, you might get them the second time. And what we've just seen here as well is the support hunter feature, which we actually revealed in yesterday's trailer.
They're just saying that Chatacabra has turned up on the scene, so we've got quite a menagerie today.
We do. So we've seen 4 different monsters already in the space of this one hunt.
Ooh.
And they've all come up and tried to take on Takuda-san as well.
タタカブラは初期のモンスターなので遊びやすくなってます。
Chatacabra is one of the first
Wait.
monsters you'll face in Wild, so
What
it's one of the ones that
was
if you're used to the series, it'll be a little easier.
Perfect
to take
guard? Guard, perfect guard. So there is
Absolutely.
perfect
What a
guarding.
character he is with that tongue.
あれ救難ダスター
So you're telling me
ました。
that potentially great sword can get a guard point.
救難ダスターの
That's nutty.
が仲間で入ってくる
もう今
So a few moments ago, you'll have seen that Tokuda-san put up an SOS flare. Even though he's playing offline in single player, 3 support AI hunters have now joined him, who you can see on the party list on the left. These are really intelligent new AI companions that will help out single players.
ちなみに今ちょっと見え
That's
づ
four
らかったかも
monsters?
しれませんけど
I-
下の罠を
I-
僕が落としたら AI の NPC は攻撃をやめて僕の方まで近寄ってきてくれてます。
They're really intelligent, so just now, whenever I took a vine trap and set it up by attacking the vines, the AI hunters knew to stop attacking the monster and come to me and the trap so that we can lure the monster towards us. So they're really smart.
Damn, they're smarter than the average
And that's great saying,
new
because we know a lot of
monster
gamers,
hunters.
They don't play online or they prefer a solo experience. And for that, you can still kind of have that multiplayer or companionship feel with the support hunters. And it's your choice whether you use them or
Yeah,
not.
we've
as
seen
well.
all 4 monsters. Well, no, we're missing the bug. The bug type, if you will.
ライトボーガーも結構メカニクスが変わっていて、全部の弾を速射することはできないんですけど、この
Oh, I like how it tells you what's in the area too. Great Thunderbugs, bush, vine trap, and stone on the left side of the screen. That's good.
So we've changed the mechanics here a little bit when it comes to the bow guns. You'll notice when I was choosing the ammo that you can choose between having smaller bullets that you can shoot off infinitely, or more powerful bullets that are more limited in ammo.
So you have to make a conscious decision when to bring out the big guns and really kind of lay into the monster. And also looking at Doshiguma as well, you can kind of see the damage and wear and tear it's been receiving over the duration of the hunt. Obviously in traditional Monster Hunter titles before Wilds, you'd break monster parts and you'd visibly see that, but it looks like the team have really added on to that and added even more detail.
What's our move?
Oh, I think Olivia is the
そう
NPC.
か爆弾は明日のために
嘘そうなのわかりました
Oh
I
no.
think Tokuda-san was probably going to bust out a barrel bomb, but we need to save some good stuff for the following streams. So we're going to keep the barrel bomb for tomorrow's
There
stream.
you go, another good reason to tune in tomorrow as well.
Thunder ammo.
I don't think Doshiguma appreciated that.
Side step,
alarm bomb.
reload, fire, burst step.
And mentioning what you said about the support hunters
Rapid
kind of
chaser
observing
shot.
what you're doing and playing around that, they didn't wake the monster up, they let Takuda-san do that as the player.
Yeah, the AI is really smart and it knows what strategy you're going to be going for based on your actions.
And look at the mobility on the light bowgun and the rapid shots as well, including with elemental ammo. Hey!
Dang, bro.
これ細かいですけど何気にこう端っこに
It's
投げて
diabolical.
もちょっと上に登れるんですよねほら
Oh, you can climb on top of it.
It's pointing out that you can actually get on top of the monster now in order to carve. So that's a new feature from this game.
Actually, and we can see Olivia getting stuck in as well.
Yeah.
She's not hanging about. She's like, I'm getting my monster parts right now. So yeah, when you do take down a monster, you can get a lovely, nice pan, a nice screenshot of you stood upon your prize. But no, that was a great hunt. Takuda-san, what was your highlight from that Toshiguma?
I mean, you using
そうですね、
Or
レザー
Magala
だったり
against the
バー
goddamn
ハーだった
dog was
り
overkill,
今回
bro.
のワイルズの隔ての砂原にいろんな環境を使いながら狩りをできたことは良かったんじゃないかなと思います。
I was really happy I was able to show you a huge variety of monsters within one quest and also show off the Windward Plains and the ecology
I wanna
area
play.
we use at the same time. So that was a great hunt for me.
That was awesome. And say, with that, we will have to wrap up a little bit earlier due to the delay at the start. So don't worry, we will be doing community Q&A in tomorrow's stream. So do tune in
Wait,
at the same
is that
time
it?
tomorrow. And if you liked what you saw today, you can wishlist Monster Hunter Wilds on PSN and Steam right now. So it really does support the game ahead of launch. So if you do like what you're seeing, do drop a wishlist. And for everyone in the queue and in the audience as well, we hope you have a wonderful time playing today.
I
And
high-key
do
want a
stick
collector's
around, 'cause
edition.
In about 15-ish minutes, I'll be back with Takuda-san and we'll be doing a live stream with some more Monster Hunter Wilds gameplay. But in the meantime, I'd like to say thank you so much for Takuda-san, Ryoza-san, and Fujioka-san for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with hopefully some multiplayer gameplay. And in the meantime, happy hunting.
Okay. Moves to Q&A booth. Which jumped here, here, here. Here we go.
Your patience force we got set up. We are here with Monster Hunter Wilds director Yuya Takuda and Patrick, who will be translating for us. Welcome, welcome. We are going to be diving straight back into Monster Hunter Wilds for some hunting goodness. Isn't that right, Takuda-san?
よろしくお願いします。
Nice to join you.
Thank you, thank you. Now, obviously, on stage just now, we saw you rocking the greatsword. What weapon are you feeling for today? Because with these streams, this is your opportunity to show off whatever weapons you want.
先ほど体験だったんですけど、ステージで今回はどの武器種になるのでしょうか。
どれにしましょうかね。何か見たいのあるのかな。
Pull out the
Is there
hammer.
anything that anyone wants us to use today?
You know,
Hammer,
I've seen a lot
sword,
of charge
shield.
blade, please, in chat.
チャージブレード、ランス。
Hunting horn
チャットの方では
Oh, my
すごいすごい。
goodness.
うわー
Damn.
早すぎて。
The chat is overwhelmed that he can't read it.
40, we gotta go to these events,
チャットも
brother.
ありますしランスもあります。
We all need to take a community trip
So lance bow,
Lance
charge
go.
blade, lance,
to the video
gun
game
lance,
convention
all
and play the
right.
game. We
Okay.
can debo all the
choice is
spots.
yours, Takuda-san.
はい。じゃあ始めますか。
Okay, let's get started.
Yeah, let's dive into the hunt.
これ画面出てるのかな。
はい。
OK。
Shit, I'm in the
We're
way.
now in the corner.
I mean, do y'all care
But
about
the good
them?
thing is as well, obviously, you know, we're asking
Y'all
which
care about
weapon,
them?
but
Nah, y'all don't
in
care.
Monster
It's
Hunter
me.
Wilds, as they've seen, you can actually carry 2 weapons at once into a hunt.
まあどの武器にしますかっていう質問ですけど、2種持てるんですね今回。
そうですね。なんか、環境もいろいろ変わりますし、マップもすごく広くなってますので、セクレットの2種類の武器を持つことで、いろんな環境の変化に柔軟に適応していただくように今回デザインしてます。
There he is.
That's right. As you'll have seen, the environment
Be
is
the black man.
interchangeable and it has these 2 sides to it.
Be the black
It can be
man.
very peaceful and then very
Be the black man.
wild and stormy. So
Get him
you
black.
have the ability to
Get him
join
black.
your secret and quickly change to a
Black
second
cat.
weapon at any time.
Black
So
man,
you
black cat.
have a strategy ready for any situation.
Oh, that's fantastic.
ちなみにね、パリコの声、今回は、1種類しか当て込まれてないんですけど、実際のキャラメイクは2種類から選ぶことができます。
So the
I'm here for the
character creator is
customization
a
and hack
little
and
bit
slash.
restricted for this demo version. So for example, the Palico voices, you'll have 2 different ones to choose from, but for the purposes of this build, we've just got a default 1 set. So don't be concerned you see the limited options here. This is just for the demo version.
あとオプションでアイル語、猫の言葉に変えることもできます。
You can, of course, also change your Palico to speak in Meowie Palico language if that's what you prefer. So if you don't want to hear them speaking in human words, then switch it to the meows.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hold you.
choice, but say there's some great benefits as well of having your Palico talk human language, right?
まあ人間の言葉だといろいろサポートしてくれたりするんですね。
そうですね。テキスト自体はボイス
I
に
like
して
the
も
meow
アイル
puns.
語
I'm
に
not
し
gonna
ても
hold
出
you.
るんですけれども、ボイスのが字を読まなくてもサポートしてくれるんで、すごくわかりやすいと思います。
Yeah, it's going to be giving you helpful hints and support, but even if you choose the meowing noises, the subtitles will still give you the correct information. You won't lose out on that support, regardless of your audio choice.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's a win-win, no matter which you pick. It's down to your
All right,
personal
what you picking?
preference.
Charge blade? What you picking? Baby sword and shield, hunting horn? You gonna toot for
まあ、
us?
14個の
As a
武
black
器か
man?
らここで選ぶ
That's
ことがで
stereotypical,
き
but I'm
ま
gonna
す
let
し、
it rock.
セカンダリーウェポンもここで選ぶことが
Come
できます
on, what you picking?
So we can choose from the 14 weapon types here.
what's
Which
it
one are we
gonna
going to go
be?
for?
Gonna pick, bro.
なんかまあランスが多かったかな、さっきの
I get the
What?
feeling that Lance was the most requested in the chat, so I'm going with Lance.
ボウも多いのかな。
And there was some people asking for the bow too, so that's going to be my second weapon choice.
There we go. Everyone's a winner.
No.
Good again, the armor out here. Are we going for fashion or function here, Takuda-san?
機能重視ですか？ファッション重視ですか？僕は。
まあ両方ですね。今回ね、やっぱスキルのシステムがちょっと変わって
I'm not gonna hold
て、この体験版でも本編とはちょっと違いますけど、スキルシステム自体実装されています。
You're right.
まあこのセットボーナス
But
ス
we
キル
already saw light bow gun and heavy
今
bow
ま
gun
で
is
の
just the same, but that's just me.
シリーズスキルに加えて、グループ特定のグループによってもスキルがつくようになってたりします。
So this is the
例え
Doshugama
ば
set,
重
by
竜
the
の
way.
モンスターで装備を合わせ
So
る
40
と
was
特定
right.
のグループスキルがついたりみたいなのも、実装されていってます。
A little bit of both in this case. I think it's a great looking armor, but I also want to have my skills ready to go out in the hunt. And you may have noticed some changes there on the screen that was on just now to the skill system. It's broadly based on what we had before in Monster Hunter World, but you saw new set bonus skills, for example. So in addition to this wearing the same armor series, getting you bonuses, there'll be certain set bonuses. It might be, for example, 2 different monsters parts, but they're from the same type, same sort of category of monster. For example, the same type of wyvern. You might be able to get some set bonus skills from combining those on.
Oh, there she is. So she's the blacksmith?
Oh wow! So if you
yeah.
go build crafting, then you're in for a treat.
Exactly.
そうですね。あとね、重要なところとしては武器に特定の攻撃スキルが、攻撃的なスキルは武器の方についている形になってます。
There's also going to be specific attack skills attached to weapons as well.
Oh wow! So even more reason to use or craft and use a wide variety of weapons.
いろいろな武器を作成することが重要になるゲームなんですね。
そうですね。防具の方のスキルを選んでいただきて、スキルビルドを考えていただくというのは変わらないんですけども、この2つの武器に、を持っていても、そこまでこう、スキルビルドに苦労しないような形に、スキル、デザイン自体を、変更を加えてますね。
Yeah, that's right. And you'll be able to choose the 2 weapons, of course. So I think you'll be able to create.
So every weapon has sneak attack option.
So that changing weapon changes one of the skills on it, and that lets you have 2 different strategies.
That lady is your hunter. Your handler.
Put on your armor, which you
Cute.
can't change.
She cute. She cute.
Which is another lesson, as we mentioned on stage. Obviously, having 2 weapons, you can either have 2 different weapons or 2 of the same type. But then having different versions of that type will yield benefits. And Takuda-san, it's a 3v1 or 3v2 because you've got your Palico at the moment. How do you think you'll fare with a lance in this situation?
今回はランスですが、まあ3匹でかかってきてますので。
You should have chosen a real man's weapon.
そうですね。やっぱり
Perfect
これは
guard.
すごく、特にランスみたいなちょっと機動力が低めの武器っていうのは苦手だったりするんですけれども、ちょっとするんですけれども、まあ、今回結構小回り利くような形になっていたりだとか、なんかあれやな。
Yeah, we've adjusted the lance in Monster Hunter Wilds so that it's still the sort of the powerful wall that it needs to be a lance. But you might notice as I'm playing that I've got a little bit more movability and a little bit more flexibility in my options.
Ooh, that's hot.
Good.
でツバゼリアイは今みたいにガードを特性特性を持った武器が
Look, man, I'm just saying,
モンスター
shit
の
chose
そ
a
の
better weapon.
特定の攻撃に
You
う
know?
まく、当てていくと、
Like, I wouldn't have judged
ツ
you.
バゼリアイが発生するような仕様になってます。
What you just saw was a power clash. So whenever
Power
you've got a
clash.
weapon that can guard, such as the lance, and a certain condition is met, whenever you're attacking the monster and you guard it just the right time, you'll get this power clash happen on screen.
で今ちょっと見たかな、
Interesting.
ジャスト判定していくと、まあ、割と今回いろんな武器にジャスト判定ついてるんですけど、その後、簡単な追撃に
That's only with
移る
shield
ことが
weapons.
ランスできるようになってます。
All the weapons pretty much now have some kind of perfect timing sort of effect on them for depending on how you're using it, but you'll be able to see how it works on the lance in this case. And it lets you follow up with attacks once you've done the perfect timing block.
とね、セクレットに乗ると、セクレットは一定の回数、回避をしてくれるので、まあ、危険になったらとりあえずセクレットを上のボタンで押すっていうのが、まあ、今回の割とプレイしやすい、ポイントになりますね。
The sacred is sort of hanging around to support you while you're hunting, and you'll be able to quickly press the button on the D-pad to call the sacred and get away from danger if you're kind of getting into trouble. So you might have noticed there it was ready to go for me right there as I started getting hit and taking damage.
間違えた。ああ、変なのぶつけちゃった。
It's always good to have an escape plan, especially when there's a pack of Doshiguma on you.
So, what is this red line then? That just show what monsters are aggro to
で
you?
も連れていくことができるのは今まで通りなんですが、この誘導弾ルアーなんとかで、を使うルアーポットを使うとこのように敵視みたいな線がついてると思うんですけど、モンスターを連れていくことができ
That's what
ま
I'm
す。
thinking.
You've always been able to anger a monster if you want to get it to follow you because you're planning to lure it somewhere on the map, and that's what we're doing right now. But I've used the new luring pod. You can see here on my slinger ammo display on the bottom right. That actually displays this little red
It's
beam
an
that shows
item.
you which monster it is you're luring specifically, and it's almost indicating which one you're going to be dragging along.
That's really exciting. So obviously we're playing a solo hunt at the minute, but with the luring pod and the aggro line there, what benefits would this particular luring pod have for multiplayer if you're a Lance user?
マルチだと今の仕様はどういう風な使い方がありそうなのでしょうか。
そうですね、マルチであっても、モンスターを特定の場所まで連れていくということが、できますし、例えばその縄張り争いをするようなモンスターをあえて自分のモンスターのところに連れていくっていうこともできますね。
I think, well, regardless of your weapon, you'll be able to strategically plan together to lure monsters. Let's say you've got one of them next to you, the Doshaguma, and you're next to another one, like the Chatakabra. We could plan to lure them together.
The
to
lure
make
is really long too.
Just try and damage our targets. So, you know, the possibilities are really endless.
That's fantastic. And saying if you are a shield user, you can live that tank fantasy by keeping aggro on you a little bit longer. And who's this monster, Takura-san?
これが、セイダテの砂原の、エーペックスモンスターのレダウですね。
This is Ray Dal. It's the apex predator of the Windward Plains. That we're
This man be shooting them things, brother.
Some electrifying attacks.
Positively shocking.
Chat are loving seeing Ray Dow appear.
So this is not the flagship monster. I just want to know
Here it
what the
comes.
flagship monster is going to be, bro. Well, I have an idea, but I just want to see if I'm right.
And we're in the inclemency period at the moment, which explains why the weather is so shocking and extreme. So, you know, both the hunter and the monsters have to contend with this.
どうぞ。
はい、今はこういう嵐の北条機能になっているので、モンスターもハンターも注意しないといけないんですね、雷とか。
そうですね、ある種ハイリスクハイリターンというか、うまく環境を利用するには、大ダメージを期待することもできるんですけど、同時に非常に危険でもあります。
Exactly, it's high risk, high return. You know, you're going to
Great
be able to
Thunderbirds
do,
have bugs that have no effect
extra
against
damage
him, which
during
makes
this period
sense
by
because, you
utilizing
know.
environment and if they get struck, but you're also equally at as much risk of taking damage. So it's a time to be careful for sure.
Absolutely.
今小型モンスターが、こかしましたね、噛みついて土砂熊を転倒まで持っていきます。モンスターの強さによってどちらが勝つっていうのは、均等ではなくて毎回一緒ではなくて、小型モンスターが低い確率ですけど土砂熊に関しては勝つ可能性があります。チャタカブラにはもっとすごい高い確率で勝ったりします。
So you've
They
seen
just
the small
respawn.
monsters, you know, trying to take on the big one. It's not like it's a fixed program where the big ones always win.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen. I think depending on the big monster they want to take on, sometimes the pack or herd of smaller monsters may actually have a chance of taking it down.
Oh, wow.
Especially
Damn!
if it's something like a
Did he just
Chatakabra,
throw a small
rather than
monster?
the more powerful and aggressive Doshaguma that we're dealing with right now.
So there's definitely strength in numbers then.
これね、今まで言ってないですけど、新しい環境生物で回復コロモムシというのがいます。
We haven't shown this before. This vigor mantle bug, which I've just grabbed.
今回復しましたね。フックスリンガーで取って自分のところまで引き寄せて回復することができる、すごく便利な生き物です。
It's a really handy endemic life creature that you can grab with your slinger and pull it over to you for a quick heal.
Very handy in the heat of the hunt. I don't know how many times I've been chased by a monster and I haven't got time to glug a potion, so that's very handy.
回復薬飲み姫がないときには非常に使えそうな環境生物ですね。
Okay, that was a nice victory.
What was
It's
that we
called
just saw
Victory
there with the focus
Thrust?
strike?
今の攻撃はどういうものだったんでしょうか。
そうですね、これがまさにフォーカスストライクになります。傷口に対して
Focus Victory
当てると
Thrust.
今のよ
That's-
うな特殊な突きに
I like the
発
name
生
of
し
that
ますね
attack. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
hold
as you
you.
notice, the focused strike is something that you can use while you're in focus mode and the monster has already been wounded, and it lets you pull off a special attack targeting the wounded area.
Go ahead and get the bow out, big dog.
砥石を研ぐ時にもセクレトを呼べよみたいなアナウンスが出たりもしますし、当然武器も棒にしたつもりが変わってない。後でまた。
The tutorials that we've got switched on for this demo purposes were showing that you can get on your sacred and sharpen your weapon and change weapon. I just realized I didn't actually correctly change my second weapon, so I don't think I have the right one with me. But
it's still a ranged weapon, you know.
Damn.
今回乗った時に
I'd rather see bow
乗り移
gameplay.
りながらいろんなところにダメージを与えているのは変わらないんですけど、弱攻撃、中攻撃、さらには武器による攻撃っていうのがいつでもできるようになってます。
So you can move around the monster just like in, for example, Monster Hunter World once you're mounted to attack different parts of its body. But as you have seen on the screen, you also have powerful and weaker attacks, as well as a per weapon special attack that is coming up at the bottom prompt there. So you have a lot more variety in the mounted attacks you can carry out.
Absolutely, that was an absolutely brutal attack in a very satisfying way. And all of the 14 weapon types have that as well.
その特殊な攻撃はどの武器種にもついているものなんですね。
そうですね。はい。集中乗った時の武器攻撃っていうのはすべての武器で使えます。
That's right. All 14 weapons have that special attack.
Wow. So even more options on how you want to handle the monster, bring them down quicker, mount them for longer.
That man squared up against the worm.
向こうでレーダーアウト。
Jesus Christ!
Completely wailing on this Balahara.
Welcome to the stream, Balahara.
Nothing all jump on the Balahara.
Yeah, we've got this whole 3 monster situation going on here.
Who's your Xenion?
かけるとしたら誰が勝ちますか？
これレーダーアウトですね、これはね。
My money's on radar.
こうやって今回はダメージが与えた状態で、例えば土砂熊クリアした後に、さっきのバラハラがもし逃げていなければ、HP も多少減った状態で、クエスト化することもできます。
Since we're seamlessly traveling and doing quests in the map, even if I defeat my target, such as the Alpha Toshagama just now, if the other monsters who are in the vicinity are still hanging around and they're weakened, I don't have to start over again with them. I can just continue right on and continue to attack them. Start a new quest and take them down, having the damage carried over.
And here's Chatakabra. So, how many monsters have we seen now in this quest? Is it 4?
このモンスターでもうモンスター4種類ぐらい出現していると思うんですけど。
そうですね。今4種類いますね。でももっと出ますよ。
Of course, there are many more that could appear.
I'm telling you, bro, there was some type of weird insect monster in the last one when they were on stage, but it didn't look like a ballerina spider. It looked more mosquito-like.
ダメージを与えていくと、ある種スケ立ちみたいになって、土
Or
砂
just
熊が負け
endemic
たり
life
す
or
ることを
just
手助
like
けすることもできたりします。
a
Like
small
I said before,
monster.
in most cases, the Toshagama will be able to defeat the Chatakabra just because of their relative power. But there are times when the Chatakabra manages to pull it off and defeat the Toshagama. And of course, the hunters can take advantage of the distraction and keep attacking their target. And you'll weaken Toshagama so much that you might actually help Chatakabra best his foe.
ちなみにね、マップも、変な環境するんですか。マップも全部覆うこういう形、あとマップ自体 3D になってますよね。3D になってますし、全部広げることもできできるし、
So we've seen
こういう風にちょっとだけ。
Yeah, we're trying to show it while running away here, but yeah, you can see that it actually covers all the information you need in the environment.
And obviously, so we've got the 3D map now. What was the kind of primary reason we went for 3D on this iteration of more detail?
3D 仕様にした背景は何でしょうか？
そうですね。ワールド時の古代樹の森だったり正気の谷のような階層構造が複雑なフィールドになると、自分がどこの位置にいたりだとか、モンスターがどこの位置にいたりっていうのがちょっと分かりにくい部分もありましたので、今回この 3D マップと、セクレトのオートの移動ですね。この2つによってすごく迷いにくくなってます。
It's a bit of a learning we had from Monster Hunter World, where the maps got bigger and bigger and more three-dimensional and with more verticality. But we heard from a lot of players that they were having trouble finding their way around or even getting lost while trying to find the monsters.
Yeah, what is with these little ass roaches?
ちょっと注目してもらいたいんですけど、土砂熊は、ある程度こう、バトルが進んでいきますと、それこまでに、潰した古傷が、怒りによってもう一回避けて、全身がもう一回傷だらけになるような特性っていうのを持ってます。
You might notice that all the wounds that we created earlier and attacked are coming back now. This is actually special to Doshagama. it has a feature where when it gets angry like it is now, it literally opens up its old wounds from the rage.
Oh, wow.
And it reopens those wounds for you to attack. So it's a bit of an opportunity for you to re-attack those areas.
So if you successfully create lots of wounds early on in the hunt, you're rewarded for it in the latter stage with more damage
最初のう
opportunities.
ちに傷口がたくさんつければつけるほど後から有利になってくる。
そうですね。
Yes, well, that was a yes or no question.
ただしこの状態になるとものすごくこう凶暴性も増しますので攻撃性も増すので、そういう意味でのこう厳しさっていうのはより増しますね。
On the other hand, it's going to get a lot more powerful and aggressive when it's angry. So you've got more opportunities to attack, but you're going to have a lot more attack coming your way too.
It's more dangerous for everyone involved.
いけるか。
Oh, 2 for 2.
I wonder, how do you tell if it's dying now? There used to be iconography on the little symbol in the bottom left, but
サポート今北条付近になりましたね。
no, this is just purely visual now.
SOS フレア使ったらっていう朝にも出たので使ってみましょうか。
So we've returned to the bounty weather condition, and we've got the option currently on to show more tutorials for first-time players, and it's suggested that we bring in some support hunters to finish off the hunt. So I'm going to follow that suggestion and fire off an SOS flare.
人が NPC が外に
There's some NPCs here just minding their business on the map.
That's pretty
Gosh,
cool.
hopefully Doshiguma doesn't come barreling through right now.
グマに攻撃されないといいですね。
そうなんです。逃げていきます。こういう
Don't worry, they're smart enough to run away when they see it coming.
今ねファストトラベル使いましたね。
So I've just used fast travel to return to a pop-up camp.
And what does the pop-up camp allow us to do?
このキャンプでできることは何でしょうか。
このふうに
Oh, you're tired of the lands? Good. Yes, more being.
物資を補給、アイテムを補給したりだとか、あと力尽きた時のリスポーンポイント、あと SOS フレアを打った時の AI サポートハンターが、出てくる場所にもなりますので、なるべくこのモンスターの習性に合わせて場所に先に置いておくと狩りの効率がすごく良くなってきますね。
So these camps will allow you to change your weapons, change your gear, stock up on items. They're also the respawn point for active cart, and they represent the point at which support AI hunters will actually enter the map as well when you call them in. So if you're able to place it closer to where the action is, then it could be beneficial.
So we can see that's one of the tactical benefits of choosing your camp carefully.
キャンプを近くに置いておくとそこが有利なんですね。
そうですね。はい。ただし壊されたりするキャンプもありますので、その利便性と安全性をこう天秤にかけながら選んでいただく形になりますね。
There's so much Monster Hunter news, and I was like, I just might as well record it all because man.
The camp being attacked by monsters because it's in a bit of a dangerous area. So
you don't want that
Leo.
Convenience and risk is going to be up to the player.
In my youth, I would have said Leo. But in my adulthood, I would say Raph. I'm still a Mikey fan, no matter what. But like, if I had to choose between those two, Raph.
ミツムシのようなとこにいるかな。
So we're in the plenty here, and that will change the endemic
Because
life that appears on the
sometimes
map. So I'm gonna see
Leo
if
gets
we've
him
got
off
more of the
fucking nerves, the
healing,
goody two shoes
endemic
ness.
life that should be around in this period.
So like to extrapolate, so choosing on what period you're
I already got
hunting,
Mikey
there could be
and
more
Donnie.
healing or less healing even.
What you mean then?
ramping up the
So
challenge.
wait. What am I choosing
状
for?
況によっては現れるものも違いますし、リスクリターンが変わったりする。
Why you get? Hold on, wait. Why you get Mikey and Donnie?
異常気象
Leo
の時
gang.
は
Brick, that makes sense for you.
大来光中のような、攻撃的な、
I was gonna say,
能
you
力
Brick,
性能を持った
Donnie,
生き物が多く出てきますし、北条記の方は回復のアイテムだったり、蜂蜜だったり、そういうものが多く出るような傾向はあります。
Yeah, generally speaking, the inclemency period, whenever there's going to be extreme weather and storms like you just saw, we'll have more maybe attack-based creatures around, like the giant thunderbug we saw, whereas the plenty period is a bit more peaceful.
Donnie is harder to
It's gonna
find.
have,
I got Mikey first. What are you
we're
playing?
going to have some healing items or healing bugs and things like that be more around on the map.
Leo, Donnie, Raph, Mikey in that order.
一応
Whoa! I don't like how Mikey's at the bottom of this list. Or are you saying, wait?
瓶がアイ
Yeah,
テムでは
yeah,
な
I
く
don't
な
like
り
how
まし
Mikey's
た。
at the bottom of this
So
list.
just to introduce a new element for the bow, the coatings are
Not
no
playing
longer
collecting.
items.
Like
今
figurines.
回この、仕掛けやゲージっていうんですけど、このゲージがあると思うんですが、このゲージを使って、瓶を使う。今ゲージ減りましたね。
So you can see that there's a blue gauge above where the power coating is appearing. That's the gauge that you use to refill the coatings that you're
で
using.
このゲージは
okay.
もう一つこう導きのよいしょ。これ自体は弱いですよ。
So
で刺さったらここに対して
Wow.
追加ダメージ。
So I just shot a tracer arrow, and then as you saw, even though I wasn't aiming right at it, the subsequent shot aimed right for the tracer.
So you can do some really impressive plays with that then.
すごくトリックプレイができそうなんですね。
そうですね。上手い人だとどんどんこうつないでいきながらダメージの量を増やしていくようなプレイングもできるようになってますね。
An add timer, and I also need to get
some great damage combos.
I need to change the way my ads are ran.
動いてくれないですね。今あれかな。ちなみに今回支給品もクエスト開始したら自分のセクレットポーチに届けてくれるような仕様になってますし、時間が経つと追加の支給品が来たりもします。
Speaking of the supply items, previously you would have only been able to get them at camp, so you would have to go back to the box to get them. But since we're able to start and new quests right in the map, they're actually going to be delivered directly to your sacred parts whenever you start a new quest.
もう一回回収もできます。
And you can pick up traps.
You know, that's good. I can't remember how many times
my
I got a
God.
trap in a bad place, and I'm like, oh no, I need to get another one.
We can pick up traps. Thank you, please. I hate wasting my
ここ
traps.
に置くと罠に反応してサポートハンター、なんかサポートハンターたちも空気を読んで。
Yeah, those support hunters are also able to understand that you placed a trap, and then head over there so that you can lure the monster together.
You back? Welcome back,
Very
homie.
handy. Toshiiguma's still putting up a big fight.
I was saying that's pretty cool. That they have like these
も
figurines
う
out.
ね弱ってるはずなん
And
です
you
よ
already
ね。
I
have.
think he's pretty much on the ropes at this point.
You got
So it's
Mikey
all or nothing
first.
for this monster.
Donnie is harder to
命
find.
がけですね。
2匹いますね。ちょっと。
Oh no, you got Mikey and Donnie. Okay, cool. So next is Raph and Leo. What's the price
So,
tag on these figures?
one of his herd has shown up here, one of his packs, so we're just going to use a large gun pod here to try and disperse them.
Especially in such close quarters, that would make him even more dangerous.
こういう狭い場所はなおさら
Is it just a figure? Do they come with like
そうですね。
changeable faces, weapons, posing? You know,
回復三つ虫が
I'm not really
出
big
て
on
ま
the
すね。これ
figurines
は
yet.
北条記になる
I got
と
space for 'em,
こう
but
い
when I
う
do,
回復系の
I get the
環境
money.
生物とかもすごく増えてきます。
As I mentioned, the things like the giant figure wasps, the healing endemic life is more common to find in the plenty period.
これも初めてかな。このワニのようなモササウルスのようなガジオスというモンスター。
Got a few new smaller monsters
で
there.
傷つきやすいような、
Odd.
弾を
And I was able to
Slinger.
grab
Full-on
the
action
tooth off
figures
with
with
the
extra
slinger,
hands
and
and
that
pop
becomes the
props.
new bleeding pod.
Plus weapons.
And
Oh,
when you
okay,
use
cool.
that with the slinger and hit a monster, it becomes easier for it to bleed.
Do you have a little posing stand for them?
ちょっと土砂熊が2頭いてちょっと危険な状態ではあるんですけど、サポートハンターに頑張ってもらって。
We have two Doshagame here, but I'm hoping that support hunters have my back while I sit down for a quick meal in the field.
I'm
You know what?
sorry.
It's never a bad time for a snack.
You're just gonna cook in
食
front
事
of
で
the
も
monster.
取りましょうか。
Yep, let's have a meal.
Fish, meat.
今回携帯食料を、原料にして肉と魚と野菜を選ぶことができます。
Black belt
So
meal.
you're
What the
able to
fuck?
choose the combination of the portable rations that you have with you, whether it be meat, vegetable, etc., to decide what meal to cook.
I'm about to lose it.
Ooh, those mushrooms look good.
で追加の食材っていうのは今キノコと
Bro, that's piping hot.
村人から交流して得ることをしたりとかフィールドから取ることによっ
Not
て
yet.
追加の効果
I will
を
not get all
得る
four.
食材っていうのを取ることができたりし
I
ます
added some mushrooms and herbs here. Those kind of additional ingredients are things that you can both find on the map or perhaps exchange with trade with NPCs to get new ingredients and toppings. And by adding them to the meal, you're going to get different combinations of effects and skills.
That is so tasty.
So tasty, isn't it?
And the good news is you weren't interrupted by the monster. But I assume if you get too bold with your cooking, there could
その
be...
間は幸い邪魔されなかったんですけど、もしかしたらあんな場所で料理すると攻撃される可能性がある
もちろんもちろんやられる可能性が
Yeah.
あります。どこでも食べれる分どこでもリスクがあります
You
ね
can eat anywhere, but monsters can attack you eating anywhere. So the decision is yours.
で今回ねこの局舎も前はスタンチを貯めるつぶてみたいなものが出てたと思うんです。今回上の方に追 追加ダメージが入るようなこう炸裂矢を刺すような仕様に変わってますね。
Yeah, the arc shots have also been changed up this time so that they are able to be more effective and do more damage from that.
Yeah,
style.
because
Great news for bow mains or those looking to try it out in wilds. Hang on, this is new, isn't it, Takuda-san?
これって新しい仕様ですね。今モンスターの上に。
そうですね。モンスターの中に入り込まずに、乗ったりすることもできますし、今みたいにクエスト60秒待たなくてもそのまま、終わらすことができます。あとこういう風にディティール今みたいにちっちゃなリザルトにすることもできますし、ボタンを押せば大きな今まで通りのしっかり見るリザルトにすることもできるようになります。
How does the hub work?
That's right. You no longer pass through the monster's body. You can get on top of it while you're carving. And as you may have saw, the result screen appears as a sort
That
of
Craven collar
more
kind of
compact
hit.
notification that you can skip through without having a large screen come up. Or if you want to, you can press the correct prompt to see the detailed screen. Once you skip through that, you don't go anywhere. You're right back on the field to continue your next hunt.
And what options do players have after a hunt?
一回討伐後
Because
に
like
できることは何
there
で
used
し
to
ょ
be a
うか。
gathering
今までは
hub.
こうクリアしたら
So-
フィールドにフィールドじゃない拠点に戻ってもう一回クエストボードから
Where
ス
is
タ
that
ートでしたけど、今回はフィールドにいるモンスターを、また自分で目的を見つけて、狩ることができます。レダウに行くこともできますし、バーラハーラに行くこともできる。さらにですね、今どういう状況なのかみたいなことをマップで見ることができます。
You can of course go back to the camp, pick up another quest on the quest board as per usual, but you don't have to. You can stay right on the field, just find monsters to hunt, or as I'm doing right now, open the map and check out the situation. It shows you the kind of areas different monsters appear in.
さっきはねダメージをフィールドで与えて、クエスト化しましたけど、マップの上から、クエストを開始するっていうこともできます。
So earlier we just attacked the Alpha Toshagama and it started a quest. This time I found one on the map, and as you saw, I selected the option there, and it just started a quest for me right where I'm standing.
Hey, you should change your weapon. I'm just saying.
とても便利そうな機能です。
そうですね。で、あとモンスターの強さとかも、分かりまして、追加の報酬っていうかもう、フィールドに出てるモンスターについては
There's no hub. No, there is a hub.
発生しますので、そういう
Apparently,
ことも確
instead
認
of
して
going
もらいな
back
が
to
ら、
the
どの
hub,
ターゲッ
you
トを
can just
次
do
に
all
狙っ
this
てい
on
く
the
かみた
fly
いな
on
こ
the
とを決めて
field.
いただけます。
You can also see things like which additional rewards will be dropped by particular monsters and make that the decision-making factor for your next hunt target.
Oh, that's great, especially if you're farming
Oh, he
for a
changed.
particular weapon or a particular piece of armor.
こ
That
の
really
武
helps.
器、この防具を作成したくてこれが欲しくて
Ow.
と思った
I'm sorry,
時に使える機
Baby
能
sword and shield time, baby.
そうですね。特定の今回ね、でも僕が遊んでて思うのは、この装備が欲しいんだけれども、なんかちょっと素材がいい、モンスターが徘徊してるからついでに買っとこうかみたいな気持ちになるのが今ま
You
で
got
にない
multiple
感
hunts
覚
ready to go.
です。
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also great where if you're already doing a different hunt target, but you find another monster who it tells you is going to have the
So pretty
materials
much,
you want for that.
If we breaking it
armor,
down
that
like
weapon
this,
you've been waiting to craft. You don't have to.
if I have a
pick the
4-man
hunt you're
team,
on and
right?
then find it later. Just
Wow.
Two
keep
of us can
hunting on the
hunt
go,
the
or
main
even keep hunting it while
main
you're attacking the
monster,
main
while
target.
other
So
two can
it
go
lets you do that a lot
hunt
more
anything
seamlessly.
else.
That's awesome. There we
時
go.
間がですね。
Well
Yep.
played, Takuda-san.
はい、上手にできました。
What would you say, as Lance was the first weapon, what kind of player would enjoy using Lance?
今ランツだったんですけど、ランツはどのようなプレイヤーに向いている武器なんでしょうか。
そうですね。ランスは割と藤岡さんのような安定思考というか、モンスターの攻撃を受けながら自分のダメージを軽減しつつ、反撃していくようなスタイルの武器です。
It's the weapon for people who want to be sort of strong and stable. They're going to have guarding ability to keep their own health higher, and then whenever the timing is right, to be able to poke back at the monster.
ですが、今回は割と臨機応変にこうジャストガードとかも含めて、反撃する能力って今高くなってますので、ちょっと今までランス合わなかったなみたいな人でもオフェンシブな面っていうのが、確認できますので、一回ちょっと試してみてもらったらいい、もしかしたら好きな武器の一つになってくれるかもしれないなと思ってます。
Anyone who might never have really picked up the lance before because you felt it was a bit too defensive for you, a bit too tanky, then I think that the new abilities that we've added, including these precise timing guards, which let you lead into powerful counterattacks, they might make it a bit more of an active participation kind of weapon. So I'd encourage any of you who think the lance isn't for you to give it a try in Monster Hunter Wilds, and maybe you'll grow to like it.
Absolutely. I mean, I think I'm going to have to go out there and give it a try after this demonstration. So,
僕も今のプレイを見たら遊びたくなりましたので。
ぜひ試してみて。
and with that, we'll wrap things up for today, but we'll be back tomorrow from 1 p.m. CEST, starting with our stage show. So there'll be Takuda-san, as well as Monster Hunter Wilds producer Ryozo Sugimoto, and Monster Hunter Wilds executive director and art director Kaname Fujioka. So do join in. We should have some multiplayer gaming for you in Monster Hunter Wilds, as well as community Q&A. And then afterwards, we'll be back again with Takuda-san, and we'll be showing off more weapons. So chat, make sure you're here, because we'll be looking at you to decide what weapon we show. But once again, I'd like to say thank you to Patrick for translating for us, and to Takuda-san for the gameplay. And
I am an excited being. I'm a happy being. There's just so much good stuff here. I want to play the game. I just want a demo announced so that I can go ahead and go buck wild and live my fantasies, you know?